There's something that always bothered me. And I shared it 2 weeks ago with some of the brothers and sisters in the dhikr that we have on Thursday nights between Maghrib and Isha. A lot of people take Islam for granted, you know. They take the Quran, they take Islam, they take the Deen. They really do. Already they're not practicing it, and they don't care about others to practice it. And this is a scenario that happens all the time. You look around, you will see. Somebody dies, or you're looking for the imam. You're looking for the sheikh. I know this could be very emotional and very sensitive, but I want to share this with you, Bismillah. Somebody is sick, they're in the hospital. Boom, you get a call. Al-Hikmat office, Darul Uloom. Tell the sheikh, somebody's in the hospital. We want them to come now and bury them. They're about to die. All right. Nice. Listen, as Muslims, you see, sometimes you might be looking at this story of the Arabs who didn't join the Prophet ﷺ on the mission and say, yeah, that's about the Arabs in Saudi Arabia. That doesn't affect me here. Well, the excuse of family and money and property affects all of us. So somebody is sick, you're looking for the Hafiz, they call. Well, the Sheikh is not here, you know. He's out of town. Any Imam, any Hafiz you could send? So the girls in the office busy calling me whether I'm in Hydro, I'm in New York, or I'm somewhere. Who should we send? Somebody is sick in the hospital. You gotta find out Hafiz Munir, Qari Sajjad, Brother Siddiq, this. So we gotta find somebody, send them. MashaAllah. Somebody dies. You're looking for somebody to bury the person. You want a sheikh or the imam or the hafiz or the hufaz to come home, do something. Which is nice. Listen, don't miss my point. It is sunnah when someone dies to go. It is farz kifaya to go in a janaza. So I'm telling you that bi'idhnillah. It is sunnah to visit a sick. Nobody says no. But you know, so get out here. It is sunnah, right? You guys understand it's sunnah, right? So we not say no. Go to visit the sick. But the sick and the families, you should not sit and depend on the sheikh and the hufaz to come and visit you and see you. You follow the point I'm saying? It's like zakat. Listen to this. If you have wealth, all right, don't miss this point. If you have, because sometimes people get off and they become their own mufti and sheikhs after a khutbah, you know, especially when it hits us home. We can't digest it, so you got to vomit it out. And then what you'll do, vomit it against me. You know, so. It's like zakat. If you have wealth and zakat, what you're supposed to do, not give it to the poor? Isn't that the law? But on the other hand, should the poor guy not work and not get a job and say, I'm going to sit and only wait for zakat? Should he do that? That is not permissible in Islam, to sit and plan to be a beggar. You don't make begging a profession. You get a point? So, oh, well, you know, I don't need to work this year. Ramadan, I'm going to contact the masjid and tell them, give me zakat. So while it is Islamic to give charity, it is un-Islamic to sit down and do nothing and live and wait for charity. So much care about you guys understand that? So similarly, while it is sunnah, when someone is sick in the hospital, the family going crazy calling for the imam, the sheikh, sunnah to go visit the sick, mashallah. But what happened? Nobody in your family could read Quran or make a dua? What happened? What's going on? Your father died, your mother died, your brother died. You're looking for the imam and the hafiz and the sheikh to do the janazah. What, you can't lead the janazah? Why are you living a life that you got to depend and wait? They should do that, it's blessing. But what about you? It's not your blessing to study the Quran. It's not your blessing to learn to make dua for yourself and your family when they're sick. It's not your blessing to go to masjid and read salah. It's not your blessing to go to masjid and learn to read Quran. It's not your blessing to come on a Thursday and join the dhikr and read the Quran. Why is it we're just waiting what the masjid can do, what the imam can do? You know, there was a very famous saying of John F. Kennedy, you know, when he said, ask not what America can do for you, but what you can do for your country. So it's not about everybody nowadays, what the masjid do for us, what the imam and sheikh doing for us. What have you done for the masjid? Have you ever asked yourself that? What have you done for the Hufaz and the Sheikh that for them to become a Hufaz? You know how many years it took them to study? What have you done for the masjid and for the house of Allah? What have you done for the spreading of the deen? What have we done? We don't come to the masjid to learn to pray salah. We don't come to the masjid to learn to lead janazah. We don't come to the fiqh class and the Quran class and the Islamic classes or send our children to learn Quran. So when our father and mother, when we die, they could lead the janazah and read the Quran, but they're ready to criticize the imam. And this message goes to the whole world. Whoever listening to this khutbah, wherever the world, you put it in your pipe and smoke it. That's the reality that goes on. Whether it's Bangladesh or Pakistan or wherever it is. Why are you sitting and depending that the imam and the sheikh will come and do it? Yes, it's a blessing for them to do it. But what about the blessing of you going to the masjid and learning to read Quran yourself? That when we die, the Quran will be a blessing for us in the grave. When we die, the Quran will make shafaat and intercession for us on the day of Qiyamah. Why now you have to wait for the Hufaz? Tell the sheikh, get some Hufaz. We need to read the Quran. Somebody, what's going on? You know, I get so mad sometimes for the stupidity that it really hurts me. I don't believe people are still so ignorant and so stupid in today's modern intellectual world. You learn to use an iPhone. You learn to use your phone and my phone and we phone, you know, to see somebody else's phone. Not only iPhone, your phone, we phone, and everybody's phone. You could drive a car. You come to America. You learn all the 50 stars and the flag. You learn everything for immigration. You learn for business. You learn to drive. But when it comes to Islam, you can't even learn to bury your own mother or father. Huh? You can't even learn how to bury your own child if he or she dies. You learn everything about business. We clever. Diploma, degree. We got it for everything. You don't got it for the grave. We don't give it for the hereafter of our own souls. What's wrong with us? You know, the imam, the hafiz, the sheikhs, they're in the masjid here every day. Not only this masjid, wherever masjid the message goes. And alhamdulillah, this khutbah goes worldwide. It's broadcasted live on Facebook. So all our people who are seeing this, whether in New York or Dubai or Australia or wherever. The imams and the sheikhs, they go masjid every day. Huh? The hufaz, they're there every day. You got classes in the mosque. Think, huh? You got dhikr. You got fiqh classes. Students learning. For years. You can't go one day in the masjid. You know, some of us, we're so busy. You see, the Quran speaks of ahluna, family. Amwaluna, wealth. Our business. We're so busy. You ask somebody, brother, I didn't see you for class. What happened? What happened to your kids? You don't send them for evening? Oh, they're busy. It's school. Oh, yeah, man. So you got classes, you got Quran, you got classes, we got Salah, the Imam, the Sheikh, the Hufaz, busy in the masajid, wherever it is in the world. You busy with your business and your family and your work and your job for years and 5 and 10 and 15 years. You can never make a Salah, you can never make a Quran class, you can never come to a dhikr, you can never come and learn something. But when somebody dies, you want the Imam. Yeah, they say half his money. You guys got to learn this. Don't let people mess around with you all. You got to get this deen straight. We got to get this deen straight. Otherwise, Trump going to come and get you. For us, because we have to get a little straight as Muslims. Then suddenly somebody dies in your family and somebody's sick. You know what they want the Imam to do? Shut down the masjid. Yeah, you shut down the masjid. What are you saying when you want the Imam and the Sheikh to leave masjid and come by your home to read Quran? Leave the Salah Asr time and go and bury someone. So the whole masjid got to shut down. Classes got to shut down. School got to shut down. Everything shut down or shuts down when somebody falls sick in our family, when somebody dies in our family. But for 15 and 20 years, you don't shut down your business for one day to go to the masjid. But you want the masjid and the sheikh and the imam to shut down. Does that make sense? You know, I get goosebumps when I say that. Because it hurts, and then you hear this stupidity, rhetoric remarks from people. And you know, this is the place where we train people to be imams, and we have these hufaz, and we training them, and I want them to learn the true Islam. Yes, the sunnah is go bury someone. The sunnah is go visit a sick. But we as Muslims should not sit down home and don't learn the Quran to make dua for ourselves when we're sick. That we sit down and we don't even learn how to lead salah for ourselves. I'm not saying you're going to bury yourself. Some of us, if you help it, you bury your own self, huh? But at least your family and friends and relatives, we can't do it. Why we can't do it, brother Fahad? Business, children, occupied, school, money, properties. We're too busy. So the sheikh and the imam and the huffaz, they're not busy. You can't send your children to learn to save themselves from hell. Huh? That's why Allah says in the Quran, you know, in Surah Al-Imran as a concluded khutbah, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha haqqa tuqatihi wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. O ye who, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha, O ye who believe, do your duty to Allah. And do your duty the way Allah expects you to do your duty. Don't just think that you pray Salah home and you give zakat and you fast and you perform Hajj and you're complete Muslim. You can't even bury your own father and mother if they die. And you tell me you're complete Muslim? If your own child dies, you can't even lead a janazah salah? What's wrong with us? We can't even read a Quran? And I'm seeing different categories. وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ. And Allah says in this verse, and do not die except in the state in total submission to Allah. What happens to some of us? Huh? Not only the person who dies have no clue of Islam and praying Salah and reading Quran. Now you're looking for all the huffaz to read 40 Quran for them, to pray 40 janazah for them. Then the family in the household themselves have no clue what to do. What kind of state is that? And Allah is saying, don't die except in the state of submission to Allah. Meaning that our life has been in submission to Allah.